think that's a really big problem.
I mean, and listen, I know, and I know you've got this podcast and I know you inspire young people, and I think that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing that you inspire young people to go out and work hard and try and achieve something. But I'm an economist, and what I see is the percentage of young people who make it shrinking. And I think if you combine those two things, you reach a really dangerous place, because we go and tell the young people, it's there for you to start a business. And at the same time, the number of people who make it is 10%, 5%, 2%. 1%. And there will always be that one person who makes it. There will always be that Stephen Bartlett in every country in the world who's making it through. You know what I'm saying? But the systematic issue matters, Stephen.
Can we not change the education system so that when I was 16 and they threw me in the exclusion unit, which could so easily have made me think that I was a failure, because my brothers Jason went to LSE and became very much like you and now works in my company. He, in that education system, was rewarded. So I sat there as a kid thinking, rich and successful, my older brother Jason, because he can do maths. What I'm saying is, if the education system was designed in such a way where people like me, who were entrepreneurial, who were interested in the internet and couldn't stop playing video games, were clapped for and said, oh my God, double down on that. I think the net benefit, when you think about what the backbone of the economy is, which is entrepreneurs starting businesses, would be profound for this country here. But I believe there needs to be such a radical overhaul of our education system if we want to stand a chance of capitalizing on what the economy is today.
I think you could probably change the education system in a lot of ways that could improve it, but you're kind of changing the education system on the Titanic. What my perspective is, I can tell you with a very, very high rate of certainty, if you don't fix this problem of the wealth being sucked out of the middle class, 95, 98% of people will be in poverty in this country in 70 years. You know
I agree with you. This is the thing. I agree that you can't have a group of people at the very top that own all the assets and all the money, or else, I mean, it's going to come from somewhere. And I remember the day that I printed off the job seekers allowance form when I was stealing Chicago Town pizzas 10 years ago in my room in Moss Side in Manchester. I remember what it feels like to not have my parents speaking to me, have all these CCJ letters and bailiff letters on my desk, and really have no answer how to get out of this situation, to the point that I was like shoplifting. I'd call the Just Eat driver and then try and persuade him just to give me the food. That was 10 years ago for me. So I've not forgotten those years of my life. So I understand what it is to be in that situation. And on an individual level, I need some answers, because I'm not going to wait for these people in fucking the parliament to fix my life for me. So I need some individual answers. And then I do also care about the bigger picture. So I'm not like here as someone that just wants to accrue loads of wealth myself. Of course, listen, let's be honest. No one